everyone, my name is Amber. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Amber Reads Romance. Today I'm just doing a really quick video for my TBR for the month of July. I'm really excited to kind of talk about some of the books that I'm going to be reading, especially the buddy read that we're going to be doing for July. It's really taboo and fun, so I hope you guys are going to join us for that. I am going to just dive right into that first, and then we'll just quickly go through some of the books that I want to read. So for the buddy read that we're doing, I believe it's July 9th. Let me just double check. Yeah, so it's going to be July 9th. I have been really bad about posting the update on my YouTube channel, but I do have it listed on my Instagram if you want to check that out. But I will just quickly go over it right now. What we are going to be diving into is K Webster. We're reading one of her most taboo books, but we are trying to prepare because there's going to be a new release in this series. So what I'm talking about, and I'm sure you heard of it, is The Wild. So The Wild is very taboo. It's a father-daughter romance. I know, it's crazy. I've talked about this before in like my taboo romance recs that I love, because K Webster is like the queen of taboo. And The Wild kind of blew me away. We also are going to be reading the next book in that series, which I've read The Wild, but I haven't read this one, which is The Free. And so this is in that same kind of setting and universe and connected characters to the first one. And K Webster has announced that she is going to be doing another book in it. So I'm not sure when it's going to release. I'm hoping this year, because I think she sent it to the publisher and everything. So we're going to basically be reading Wild and Free for our buddy read. Now be aware that these are they're basically banned on Amazon, so you can't get them there. But you can get them directly from K Webster, or you can also do it on the site that she has. I'll try to link that down below, her site, and then also another site where you can get like the digital copies. I honestly got that from her other site that was like digital copies. She created that because her books are being banned, and for other authors that had banned books. So I will try to link that down below. But I honestly think it's really great. You can even get the bind up of this too, which is like Wild and Free on her website, I think for like 30 something bucks. And she'll like sign them for you and all that. I ended up getting these two because I got it like in the Taboo package because I wanted to get like Dragonflies and Hail. So I mean, those are available. That's the best way to go about it, honestly. And I will link those down below so you know where you need to go. But I really, really hope you join us reading this. These are not for the faint of heart. K Webster does push boundaries. These are extremely taboo. I mean, this is a father-daughter romance. But K Webster is just so good at writing taboo and pushing boundaries and like making it a fascinating, interesting read. So I love The Wild, so I can't wait to read The Free, and that we're going to be able to discuss some of these kind of crazy taboo books for our next buddy read. And I will be putting an announcement up on my YouTube and the community page or whatever listing that date. It is going to be on Bestie Book Reviews YouTube site, so please look out for that. So very excited for that. The other one I want to bring up is a book that an author sent to me. I do really appreciate that. I've been delayed getting to it because I've had my TBRs full and arcs and stuff. So I'm not sure if I'm getting approved for certain arcs that I put in for July. So I honestly didn't have any really arcs to put in here because I'm not sure if I'm getting any approved from so far. But so since hopefully I don't have any of those, I'm going to have more time. And I wanted to read this author's book because they sent me a copy of it. And this is Apocalypse. And I'm sorry if I'm saying the author's name wrong, but this is V. Riviere. And they sent this interesting because they know I like dark romance and everything. And so I'm interested to see what this is going to be about. I noticed a few reviews on Goodreads, and it looks like they're pretty decent reviews. So I do really appreciate authors sending me anything, and I'm here to obviously read this, and I will give it an honest review. So thank you for that. So that's one of the ones I really want to read in July. And then the next books that I want to talk about are, I am continuing that TBR read along that Rachel reads and sings, Ava romance books, books with Samantha, and TikTok's pages have all put on, and it's been a really great time. I've been reading a lot more TBR. I've only ever read one book previously by her, so I'm excited. It's been nice to kind of dive deeper into her catalog and kind of read some more books. So for this month of July, I have to read, I think, like 5 or 6. So we're going to just dive into those. Honestly, I think all of these may be available on any place. So that's what's amazing, is I've been able to listen to all of these on audiobook, which is really convenient for me. So I can read them while I'm at work or listen to them while I'm at work. So the books that we have for that are When a Scot Ties the Knot, Do You Want to Start a Scandal, The Duchess Deal, which that's the book that I've read previously. So I'm going to reread it. I loved it the first time, so I'm still going to read it for the read along though. The Governess Game and The Wallflower Wager. So I don't really know what any of these are about. Sorry, I don't have any details, but if you're doing the TBR read along, you know, definitely I would dive into those. I think it's been a really interesting time, and so I can't wait to kind of finish out. This should be, I think this ends the TBR. Those are the final books for this read along. And then I had some audiobooks that I had to read that were arcs from this last month in June. So I kind of had to push back a couple audiobooks that I've been wanting to read forever, and they've had to be pushed back for arcs multiple months, 2 months now. So I feel really bad about that. But I need to read Children of Fallen Gods by Krista Broadbent. That's the second book in that fantasy series, so I definitely need to read it in July. I have to, because I've pushed it back twice now, and I've heard so many good things. You know, I think that book gets like 5-6 stars from people, so I have to read that. And then A Scoundrel of Her Own is a Stacey Reid book that I want to continue that series, so I want to get that one finished. I also want to read One Hot Italian Summer. Like, I can't believe I haven't read this book yet, so I really want to listen to that on audiobook, because I found it on AnyPlay. So I'm really excited to read that one. Another book that I want to read that I just bought, but I haven't read it yet, is Radiance. I hear so many people talk about what a beautiful romance this is by Grace Draven, and like I kind of think that they're like, it's almost a monster romance to each other, because they both think the other one looks weird, but it's like also a great friendship and like arranged marriage, I'm believing. Sorry, I don't know the whole extent to this book, but I know I see so many people talk about how amazing this book is, so I'm excited to read this one. I'm also going on a quick little vacation where me and my mom are going to be going to Sedona, Arizona, and just doing hikes and all that kind of stuff out there. So I'm going to be kind of delayed in putting my monthly wrap up, just so you're aware. So I might not be on top of the next couple books. So that's also why I'm trying to plan my books so I can read on vacation too. And then I also want to read, I think I might do a vlog on doing The Wild and Free, but I'm thinking of doing another vlog too of reading some more taboo romances. And I've had this book for a while and I really need to read it. And that is Priest by Sierra Simone. I also have Sinner. So I'm thinking I'm going to do like a vlog, but for sure this month I plan on reading Priest, because it's been on my TBR forever and I need to get this read. I've heard that a lot of people love the second one better than Priest, so I'm interested to see how it goes. So definitely want to read that. And then, so some of the other books that I want to read, I fell in love with Soul Eater by Lily Mayne. It's a male romance, and it was a 6-star read for me. So I want to dive right into the next one after I read that, but I had to like stick with my TBR. So I'm definitely planning on reading Eden, which is the second book in that series. And I'm super excited because he's like the purple, big, huge kind of monster that was the friend of Soul Eater. And he was kind of like a sunshine personality. And so I'm really excited to read that book. And then the other one that I'm going to do, I plan on doing another vlog of like wrong book or wrong time kind of thing, I'm going to give a couple of my DNFs a second chance. The big thing, that reason why I wanted to do this was Haunting Adeline. I DNF'd that book. I think I might have made it to like 50% and I just couldn't hack it anymore and I DNF'd it. I didn't get why everybody loved it. And just with talking with Bookmark by Jen and Bestie Book Reviews about how much they love that book, I was like, okay, I'll give it a second chance. Because honestly, it should be a perfect book for me. I love stalker romance. I love dark romance. But for some reason, it just wasn't working for me. So I'm going to plan to reread that in July. Hopefully, I'll actually finish it. Or we'll see if I DNF it again. I have no idea how it's going to go. So it should be interesting. And then the other one that I want to do for that is Crowned by Hate by Amo Jones. I DNF'd that book pretty fastly, and I really like Amo Jones. I think she writes really crazy, bonkers, out there plots, and it's kind of crazy twists and turns and all that kind of stuff. But for some reason, that book just really annoyed me and I DNF'd it. So I'm going to give that one another shot too in July. So I'm interested to see how that goes. We'll see. Okay, so then I want to read Power by Cassandra Robbins. I saw I think it was Jess from Peace Love Books reading that and she really liked it. And it's kind of like, I think, mom's boyfriend kind of thing. So I'm interested to dive into that. That should be a goodie. I want to read Cold Hearted. It's kind of like almost like a fanfic of Twilight. I know Jen from the Book Refuge read this, and so I kind of want to give it a chance. It's like vampires and wolves and all that kind of stuff. So I want to read that. I need to get back into Neva Altaj's Mafia series, and I've really been enjoying it, but I haven't really got back into it again. So I want to read, I think it's the third book, which is Hidden Truths. So I definitely want to read that. Those are really quick, short Mafia books too, so they're easy to get through. And then I really want to get back into Nikki Harris's series. I'm reading that. I read the third book in June, and so I'm really excited for the next. It's like a duet within this series. So it's books 4 and 5, and it's His Pretty Little Burden and then His Pretty Little Queen. So I have been dying to read those too because it's going to be like a big age gap. I think like Enemy's daughter and she's pregnant and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited. So I can't wait to read those. Then I'm going to be continuing the Serena Ackroyd series. I've been reading her MC and then the 5 Points Mafia series in the order that she lists it. And so then I just finished, I believe it was Filthy Sex and the 5 Points Mafia, and then now it's going to go back to the MC, and so I'm going to be reading Hawk. So I'm excited to read that one, going back to the Motorcycle Club. And then I am most excited to be reading Sophie Lark's new release. She just released it at the end of June. Unfortunately, I have stuff I have to read in June, so I had to wait. So I'm definitely probably as soon as possible, I'm going to be reading that, which is Minx. And I've heard so many great things. It's all over the place right now. And I'm so excited to read another Sophie Lark because she is amazing. And then I need to finish, I was going to read Release this last month, but I didn't get to it, by Claire Kent. I loved Hold. I don't know if people liked Release as much, but I do want to get into that and see if it's another good one. I loved Hold, but we'll see about Release. And then I also was supposed to read Triple Threat by K Webster in June, but I had to push it back. So I'm going to definitely read Triple Threat this July. And then another one that I had to push back again, which I feel bad, is Heart Recaptured. I really need to get back into that Tilly Cole, it's very dark MC romance. It's the second book, and I love the first book. So I don't know why it took me so long to go to the next one. You know how it is. I will bounce between series, so it's really hard for me to finish series. I'm just all over the place. So I definitely need to get in there and read that. But I think that's going to be it for my TBR so far. That's what I have. I'm not sure if I'll get some ARCs approved or not. I didn't get the Candy Steiner one that I wanted, so I was kind of bummed. But I think I have a couple audiobooks that I might get ARCs to. Not sure though. So I will try to stick with this TBR. I'm honestly really proud of myself because I've been sticking my TBR pretty good, unless I have like an ARC or other things that come up and I have to push them back. So that's kind of what happens, but I'm dedicated to finishing these books. So thank you so much. I really, really hope that you guys join us for our buddy read. I'm so excited to read The Wild and Free. And then I'm very excited for K Webster's new release. So please join us. I will have K Webster's information linked below. That way you can try and go to her site, or the other one. I keep forgetting the name of it, but you can buy like the digital copies, so you can just have them on your Kindle. But thank you so much for watching this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and then let me know in the comments below if you're going to be joining us for the buddy read. I can't wait. All right, see you on the next one.